All right, everybody, welcome back to Mildly Infuriating. This Anger Week brought to you by our sponsor. Just one this time. Actually, all the rest of them they pulled out. And by the rest of them, I mean just me. So just like button this time around. Check it out right below the video. Feel free to give it double attention because, you know, we only have one sponsor. All right, let's start off with number 19, how my paper was packaged. How does that even happen? Beneath the shrink wrap. Inconceivable. You would expect this to happen after you've unwrapped the paper and you're like, wait, I shouldn't have done this. I still have to stick it in my backpack to transport it. And sure enough, you end up with bent edges on your paper. But this, straight from the factory, unbelievable, dude. You're gonna have to throw out like at least 10 sheets of paper. They're unusable. You can't write on something that has a bent edge. Your teacher's gonna fail you. This poster at work bothers me every day. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The 5 steps to hand safety. Step 1, wear your gloves. Step 2, be aware of pinch points. Step 3, which is actually 4. Step 4, which is actually 5, and step 5, which is actually 3. They just got a little out of order there. Look, I have the mouse cursor. The mouse cursor could be step 2. They could have, instead of doing it this way, they could have done it this way. How does one choose whether or not you're gonna do it this way or if you're gonna do it this way, right? Like, I see people get in habits of both things, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you decide if the thumb is 1 or if the thumb is 5, you know? It's a hard thing to figure out in life. These kinds of people. Schroeders Dbag, noun. A guy who says offensive things and decides whether he's kidding or not based on people's reactions. I mean, this is, I feel like it's a concept more so than an image of something that's actually mildly infuriating. But yes, people like this do very much exist. And I feel like I've seen posts of actual examples on numerous occasions on other subreddits. And it's always nice when somebody throws out a statement and they're like, unless you don't actually think that's, and then that was a joke, obviously, dude. Like, you think I'd say that? I mean, if you'd react positively though, absolutely, I was 100% serious. But since you didn't, I mean, this maritime-inspired decoration at my aunt's house. My aunt's house? Not sure which is supposed to be the actual title here. Oh, it's missing it's not even evenly spaced though. It's like they just kind of stopped caring. They did these ones down here like perfectly fine, and then they got to the final 3 and they're like, this is way too many spokes on this thing. I can't be bothered to line them up. It's not like just because this thing is offset a little bit, you're gonna suddenly crash the ship, okay? Who really cares? This is where the battery unalived. Unalived with this much left. At that point though, I feel like you could go get a knife from the kitchen and you could just chop down the rest of the grass, and then you'd feel really accomplished actually. You'd be like, I wonder if this will work. This is a great time for problem solving. On the other hand, I'm sure it's a rechargeable battery and you could just go charge it for like 5 more minutes and then you'd probably be able to mow it, but it's just unfortunate that happened when you could have been done with it and not have to worry about it like 5 minutes into the future. Alternatively though, would be interesting to see, like, if you just went and grabbed a kitchen knife, could you just cleave the top? Coming in late to a comment thread and seeing this short. So infuriating. Why is that? I see, thanks for the explanation. I never knew about that before. Bro, the amount of times that I see random deleted comments on Reddit is way too dang high. And sometimes it's not even something that seems controversial at all. It'll just be that somebody existed a few hours ago on the site, and then either their account becomes deleted or they just deleted their comments. Like, what? How? It looks like you said something insightful because the responses weren't yelling at you. It wasn't super negative stuff. You just, what did you do? This really, really annoys me. Double tap to complete Chadwick. No, I don't think I will. It's the top comment. That's the top comment there. Yes, allow me to leverage someone's passing to try to get likes on social media. It's always a nice play to do. What the fork? That's incorrect. Correct answer is 40 and 1/4. Your answer is 40.25. Sorry, dude. We wanted the answer in the form of a fraction. But not even an improper fraction at that. Just just the integer and then the fraction, which is technically, if we're going off of some conventions, if you just put two numbers next to each other, you're kind of actually dividing. So really this would be like 40 times 1/4 or 40 over 4. So the answer would kind of be 10. If you're like, this is kind of a multiplication going on right there, which is incorrect, rather than a 40 plus 1/4. So it's not actually how you, it's not really a valid way to respond right there. You'd either do it as an improper fraction or you'd write it as a, yeah, what, okay. What's the worst thing that can happen when cooking? I mean, I'd say lighting your house on fire would be about the worst thing you can do when cooking. But I didn't really expect that one to happen. Now, why were you filming? How did you just so happen to capture this on camera? Did you think, man, this stew's looking really great, better share it on Instagram where people take photos of their food? What the heck? This clock I saw at the market today. It's not even mildly infuriating. It's on purpose. It's a great joke. I feel like this would be really good to have as a clock in a salesperson's office. Someone who works in sales. I don't know. Somebody who works as a used car salesman. Something like this would be great just to have as the office clock. It's mildly infuriating on purpose. Spider building a web in front of a security camera. There's a lot of motion, dude. This is actually the story of my life, though. Not the motion thing, but I have had spider webs in front of my security camera before. And I'm like, can you guys not? Can you just choose another place and then I'll go clear it out? And sure enough, like a week later, Spider's just like, how dare you desecrate my home? I'm going to build it here again. And I'm like, no, please stop doing that. You have a million other places out there in the world. You don't have to use my camera. All right? Do something else. Fortunately, these are not ones that are attached to this sort of motion detection, but still, can you stop doing this, Spider? It's really, really inconvenient. You can kind of see during the day, but as soon as it goes into the night vision mode, it's just like, it's just a white blob. Okay, which one of you mother frickers put the function key as the most bottom left key on the keyboard instead of control? Oh, that's very unfortunate. Actually, you don't want that. You don't. Oh my God. Imagine Minecraft parkour. Whew. Right now I'm putting my fingers on W, A, and D. Going from shift, and then, oh God, you have to go in. You have to go in with the pinky to hit control. Imagine 5 minutes before Minecraft Championship starts. Your computer goes down, blue screens, it's RIP. All you have is a laptop, but your laptop, it only has the control key moved over from the function key. It can't accept an external keyboard. You don't even have one for that matter. You're forced to play in a competitive Minecraft tournament with your control key switched with a function key. You lose. You're 10th place. It's all over. You're never invited back. Your career is in shambles. No one will ever watch you play Minecraft again because you suck. Mark does attempted delivery with me and my sister home. Unfortunately, I'm not Sonic and he drove off. Pulled just like a ding-dong ditch on you. Just walk up, ring the doorbell. Nobody's home. Okay, see it. He's already got the, sorry we missed you in hand. This is the true definition of mildly infuriating. He already has made up his mind before he's even gotten to your door. He knows. He's psychic. He has the X-ray vision. He X-rayed into your house. Unfortunately, his vision only goes one wall deep. So you were in another room inside your house because you weren't standing in front of the door. He's like, nobody is home, and I can't be bothered to wait. See, I would be ruined if everybody was like this who delivered packages to my place, because unfortunately, I live down 2 floors. I arrive at the door out of breath every time. This tattoo. Oops. Guess before you get your car enthusiast tattoo, you gotta check if your tattoo artist happens to have ever driven a manual transmission car before. I don't know, like, someone who's never gotten a tattoo and never will get a tattoo. I'm just thinking, like, would you seems like you catch something like this in advance, right? When you look as is going, and you would start to see one going out of place. You'd either catch the 4 or the 2, right? And you'd be like, it's looking a lot like it. Even if you didn't catch it after like they completed the first one, you'd look at it and be like, did you just do a 4 there? Just so you know that's not a 4. And then you could hopefully catch it early. But maybe you're squeamish and you're just like, I don't want to look at this needle going into my skin. And to be honest, that's probably what my take would be on the whole thing. And then you look at it after, like, it's not it. It was fine for speeding when the car was on a tow truck. Heck yeah, dude. Gotta love it. This doesn't look like it's in the United States, given that, not English. But I was going to say in the US, I'm pretty sure. Don't take my word for it. Talk to a lawyer. Look up things for yourself. But I believe you don't have to pay if you get a speed camera ticket because it's something where it's not provable that you were actually the one driving the car, and speeding tickets have to be assigned to a person, not a vehicle. Something like that. Don't take my explanation as legit. Just look it up for yourself. But I've heard that. I've never gotten a speed camera ticket before though, because we drive at the speed limit gang out here, dude. Don't worry about it. Received a notification from my iRobot app. Roomba requires your attention. Roomba is stuck near a cliff. Is that really the notification they send you? It's stuck near a cliff. It's like, what? Did my Roomba get outside and travel? It's like, bro, I live in the middle of a concrete jungle. I don't even know where a cliff is nearby. How did it get there? If it's near a cliff, I'm never gonna find it. It must be like 1,000 miles away from my house. Or 100 miles away from my house. Like, it might have just escaped. You could have warned me that it was escaping my house before. That's a heck of a gift. Wait, why would you do... Hold up. Is at least there like an easy way to get this out? All right, let me just unscrew the top and then unscrew the screws and then another screw and then the next screw. Oh, at least it comes off, right? Okay. Also, that seems like really precarious, though, because putting a glass bottle inside of a metal cage seems like a great way for it to That better be the best bottle that brand offers, because I'm sorry, otherwise it's just not worth. But then you'd feel badly, right? Because you are supposed to dump out liquids before you throw things in the trash or the recycling. And then you have this and you're like, well, I don't want to throw it out with the liquid in it. And I've read that actually straight from a garbage person. There was a thread on Reddit that was, I don't know, a month ago or so. And it was like, hey, garbage people, I've read it. That sounds mean. Hey, people on Reddit who are garbage people. No, people who work as like trash picker-uppers. What's some things you can do to help? And they were like, don't throw liquids in your trash, please. It's bad. Especially if you're throwing it in a big plastic bag at like the mall or a public place. And they lift it up and then it just dumps out all over the place because it's so heavy. So anyway, and I did that before I even read the thread, but I was like, that was confirmation for me that I was doing the right thing all along. So I'd be like, well, I have to get it out. It's okay. You can unscrew one screw a day, and then in a year you'll be able to enjoy it. What a gift. Anyway, thanks for watching Mildly Infuriating. Make sure to like if you liked or didn't like. It is, of course, our sponsor. Make sure to squeeze some ketchup in your cash register to clean it out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the bell, even if you are. And that's where we'll leave it off. Other than playlists in the description for more of this subreddit. See you next time.